We're joined now on the Williams Tractor Hotline by women's basketball coach at Arkansas, Mike Neighbors. Coach, are you down to watch this guy try and bench 800 pounds tomorrow?
Is it shirted or unshirted? That's going to determine whether I watch.
Unshirted. It's unshirted.
I'm going to pass. I'm going to take a hard pass on that and find something else. Maybe cornhole will be on ESPN too.
Okay, this is on before cornhole.
So explain the shirted and unshirted, and when was the last time you did an unshirted bench press?
Probably shortly before I entered my freshman year of college.
Okay.
But I think it was probably an accident or something. But
Okay.
There's no records being broken in my gym either. I can assure you that.
Okay. All right. I'm intrigued by this. 800 pounds. That's something. That's almost half a ton.
No.
So what?
I would have lost the over under on that when y'all were scurrying for the record. I was thinking in my head maybe 650 or something. But wow,
That's a pretty wide gap for a shirted and unshirted. I mean, you're talking about almost 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Does a weightlifting shirt make that big a difference?
It must.
Yeah, I guess.
It must.
I don't know how that works. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to a gym. I don't even know anybody named Jim.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Coach, first of all, how's it going?
Good. It's we are 2 weeks post daughter's wedding. Bowen turned 5 weeks this week. Everybody is COVID free. I've been tested 3 times. Pre-wedding, during wedding, post-wedding. So team's starting to come back together. Everybody's healthy, so could be worse, I guess, but we're getting there.
So you're ready for us to start printing the shirts?
The shirts?
Yes.
Which
Final
shirt is
4 shirts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think it'd be fair, yeah. Get those, get heavily invested in those, and then we'll see if we can make your investment come true.
Feels good to me. So you're not going to be watching weightlifting tomorrow. What are you currently working through in your television viewing? You know what I'm going through, but what are you currently watching?
I have not watched hardly anything. I have never had a full calendar in a 2020 has. I think the new I have really stunted my ability to get through Netflix documentaries or shows, but I am saving it. I will tell you, Father's Day being Sunday, I'm waiting for that season. I will be tuned in. If I get a Father's Day wish, that'll be it. Be able to watch the season 3 premiere of Yellowstone.
Okay.
Ding! I got a ding. I got a Salamanca ding in the back. I love
Hector
it.
approved.
I told you that finale was pretty good.
Oh, you didn't lie.
Did not disappoint.
It definitely. When he walked out and started to button up his jacket, and half his head was gone, and then just collapsed.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Pretty well done.
That's
pretty well done there by Breaking Bad.
That is it's one of the best death scenes in the history of television.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that he looked normal, and then he turned his head, and you're like, oh, that's not good.
He's not surviving this one.
Yeah, you don't forget that scene for sure. I thought it was pretty well done. That's for sure.
What lists are you currently working on right now? I have a music question for you. After, tell me what sort of list you're working on.
The music list has been the one that I've been working on pretty much ever since book of. I've been going through and doing individual their list, and then putting that into my top. I'm up to over 50,000 songs now.
Whoa! You realize this is a condition, right? I mean, this isn't normal behavior.
I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna talk about your favorite things, you ought to be able to prove it. That's what I've told everybody. We're an evidence guy. I'm an evidence truth guy, so I want to be able to tell the truth. But it's amazing. It started out this now kind of like just having a conversation with JC on how many songs I think I know partial or all of the lyrics to. And I initially set the over-under at like 25,000. I think that's going to be incredibly low. I think I know lyrics, at least half the lyrics, or 75% of, maybe, I think it's going to be 100,000. I really do.
Wow. You don't get that much, do you?
You're right. That is the condition. I'm just a music lover, And I remember random facts. I wish that my brain would remember like algorithms and things that would help cure cancer and things like that. Instead, it's random lyrics to random songs.
Yeah. Best American rock band.
Best American rock band. Any genre? You said rock.
Rock band.
Rock band. You know where I'm going with this? I'm going Guns N' Roses.
Did the Eagles not have? Did the Eagles hurt you somehow? Aerosmith?
No, I mean I like the Eagles. I've seen them live twice. They're good. It's just
they're good. The Eagles are good.
The Eagles are good. They're good. Yeah, not great. Good, not great. Good, not great.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've seen them twice, but.
What is
Who's
it?
singing?
Me.
That's Zach. He has the bell right now, Coach.
Okay.
But what is it about GNR that puts them over the top?
I think it was the time that I was, I graduated high school in '87. They were, kind of that new sound, that in between classic rock that I grew up with my brothers listening to, the Bostons of the world, just a little edgier. And obviously, it was not pop. Everybody's like, y'all shouldn't be listening to that. So there's a little bit of that defiant zone,
right,
as well. But I don't have as many Guns N' Roses songs as I do like somebody like Prince. But their songs are near the top of my top 50,000 list. So that's why I put them there. And you said American rock, so that eliminated Def Leppard for me.
Yes.
I would have put Def Leppard before the Guns N' Roses when it came to that question, but you said American, so I tried to answer accordingly.
Zach doesn't consider that any music has been recorded after 1992.
No. Anything after 92 is garbage.
Okay,
Nirvana's the only one that I'll allow.
They get another variant.
Yeah. They get a sponsor's exemption into my list.
I wouldn't have had Nirvana anywhere in my top probably 500 until I moved to Seattle, and then really learned to appreciate what they did and how they did it, and I gained a better appreciation. So they're at least ranked now. They're not receiving votes anymore. They're ranked.
They're actually they're not 28th in the top 25 poll.
Nope. They are not RVing. They are in there somewhere.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly where they fall. So when I'm working on this music list, it always, spurs a side list or a branch of a list, and I do like your rock bands or Texas country music artists or, these things like that. I get off on random tangents, but I am ranking my top Breaking Bad characters of all time.
Ooh, okay.
What do you got? Who's count them down 5-1. We can do that. We're not doing any spoilers here because the show is 7 years out of production. Right. So what do you got?
I haven't started assigning numbers yet. I'm accumulating characters. I'm talking about anybody that had a speaking named part. We're up over about 200 different characters. So obviously, you're going to have one of the characters who makes an appearance in the majority of the shows. But if I had to pick an early favorite, it might be Hank. I think he's one of my tops, and then obviously Saul Goodman is one of the better TV lawyers of all time. So Walter White will be high.
I think Saul's overrated. I do like Hank. Hank is sneaky good.
Hank's so good. He's so good. I'm like you. Skylar will be low. I'm not a big Skylar fan.
She needs to go.
Yeah. Well, Walter Jr. down the.
Yeah.
Jesse's up there. Jesse's such a good character, such an arc that he plays throughout the thing. So
the whole thing with the magnets, the thing with the thing with the magnets, sort of turned me on Jesse. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's got some. He's a little quirky, but that's what I think makes him unique.
I would also thought that Zach would put Mike Ehrmantraut.
Oh, Mike
high.
Ehrmantraut has to be up there.
Yeah, he's in the top 3. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Yeah. I would love to see a TV show with Hank and Mike. Put those two together.
Yeah, that would have been a good.
I think that would have been fantastic.
A good spinoff.
So the last time that we had you on, you still hadn't watched Ozark season 3. How's that going?
I'm still on the drone scene when Jonah's out getting ready to fly the drone. I'm in season 3, episode 1, about halfway through it. I've tried to watch it like 4 times, and by the time I get caught back up to that point, I've drifted off.
I envy you because the drone is so central to what happens in that season.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will power through it. It will come, and when I do, I'll binge it like I have everything else. But I do go in cycles, and I'm like I said when I text you, I'm hanging my head every time you text me because I know I'm going to be embarrassed when I tell you I haven't watched it, and I put you onto it. I think. Maybe.
Yes, you did. So you recommended it to me, and I've watched the whole thing twice. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, once I got past Jason Bateman being a bad guy, that was just a really hard thing for me to do. One of my really dear friends, PT Plunkett down in Mena, looks just like Jason Bateman, and every time I watch it, I still see PT acting in the show. But no, I think did you watch the new HBO series, The Outsider?
I haven't gotten there yet. I can only do one show at a time.
There's only one season of it out so far, and it's got Jason Bateman in it too, and it's almost like now all of a sudden he's going to play this kind of eerily creepy good actor. He's come a long way from Michael Bluth and all the other characters he's played where he was in comedies, but
in the Hogan family.
Oh yeah, that's way back.
Way back.
Where he was Teen Wolf too, right?
Oh,
Jason Bateman. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, we're talking with Mike Neighbors here on Ruskin and Zach. Speaking of television, our friends down in hitthatline.com have been doing this TV dad bracket. So can you, off the top of your head, give us a handful of the best TV dads since it's Father's Day weekend?
TV. So we're going TV series.
Yes.
I got 2 for you that come to my mind right off the top. 2 Phils. Phil Dunphy from Modern Family and Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'd put those 2 guys near the... Oh, no. Back up. Move those down to 2 and 3. Frank Costanza.
Yes.
Gary Stiller. Unbelievable dad. You got Howard Cunningham from the Happy Days series. I'd have to put Howard Cunningham up in there. Yep. Andy Taylor.
Yep.
Taylor
Sheriff Andy.
Yeah. I got one. That I loved with my pawpaw growing up watching. Sanford and Son, Red Fox.
Oh, yeah. Red Sanford.
Where would you rank Greg Evigan and Paul Reiser from My Two Dads?
Very low.
What? How can you... Greg Evigan.
RV. Receiving those.
They're RVing in the poll. They're not ranked.
They are RV'd. They may not even be getting votes in my poll. I don't know. It all depends on when you watched it and who you watched it with, but watching Sanford and Son with my pawpaw was a tradition before my mom would come pick me up, and sometimes she would even let us stay to see the end of it if she was running a little bit early. But he walked around the house. My grandma's name was Evelyn, and he would always, I'm coming to see you. The big heart attack. This is the big one. But he taught a lot of good life lessons, So I'm all about that. All those guys, I'd put those people up in there. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. With you
Dick Van Patten in 8 is enough?
No, see, I never got into that. That wasn't very high on my. That
George Jefferson?
Very high on my list. Yeah, George Jefferson's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I love that show. I'll turn that on and just still spend an hour just rolling on the floor laughing at that still. All right. Yeah. Zach, do we have anything else?
Yeah, one last question. I was watching Hoosiers the other night. I wondered if you ever considered going full shooter and just staggering out onto the court.
I think I was watching that simultaneously with you. It came on the other night, and we watched it start to finish with commercials. No, but I've seen some near things like that occur at AAU events during the summer. So that's part of our AAU Summer Bingo card. If anybody goes shooter on anybody, catch it on video. I've got about 8 buddies that we all video. If you ever see a referee trying to dunk it during halftime or out to shoot trying to show up, that's on the bingo card. Anytime somebody gets up by more than 80 points in a game, we take a picture of that, and that's the bingo card. That happens quite a bit. But yeah, anytime there's a fight in the stands or anybody comes out near the court, you can add those. We got to entertain ourselves somehow. So.
That's right. Oh, wow. Mike Neighbors, Razorback women's basketball coach, with us here on Ruskin and Zach. Thank you so much for the time,
of course,
Coach.
Guys.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Mike and all our guests join us here on the Williams Tractor Outline on Ruskin and Zach. The AAU bingo card
We've got
is the best.
Oh, man.